The last time we were here, it was Christmas, and I said that the next challenge would likely be in Fallout 3. Now, I do have a Fallout 3 run about ready, but today I wanted to go through the Mojave one more time as we aim to find out, can I beat Fallout New Vegas with only a straight razor? The answer is pretty simple as always, because you can beat the game without lifting a single finger, or even touching a weapon if you really wanted to. But today is really about finding out how good the straight razor is. The straight razor is one of the starting weapons you can get from Doc Mitchell if melee weapons is a tag skill, so we'll be able to start the run with it, but the issue comes with its damage. A base 5 damage per swing is pretty useless, although it does have a pretty high DPS as it's one of the fastest melee weapons in the game. The nice part about the straight razor though is its bonus to both crit chance and crit damage. That means maybe a high luck stat and finesse are the way to go. With that being said, there is one upgrade we can get, and it's from the Kings and Free side. Figaro is going to be our main weapon because it has a much higher damage potential compared to the standard straight razor. A base damage of 8 might not sound much better, but when you compare their maximum damage potential, Figaro starts at the straight razor's maximum. Honestly, there's not many rules to this other than the obvious no companions and using the straight razor at all times. I'm also not playing on hardcore mode either, as the only change it makes is adding some non-combat related mechanics, so we're just not going to play with it. With all the preamble out of the way, let's get started. Waking up in Doc Mitchell's, and I really didn't know what to name myself, so I just picked a random name that's similar to our weapon's primary function. As for our appearance, since we're going to be using the straight razor, I decided to make myself look like one of the kings. You'd think this means I'll be helping the kings out, but you'd be wrong. I actually kill a couple of them during this entire run. As for our special stats, I go with the 4 in strength, 4 in perception, 7 in endurance, 1 in charisma, 10 in intelligence, 4 in agility, and 10 in luck. I didn't want to specialize as many stats as I usually do, so I feel like this was the way to go. In retrospect, I should have raised strength to 6 so I didn't have to grind as much for intense training later. But I was happy with the choices I made. My tag skills are obviously melee weapons, but also medicine and unarmed. Unarmed might sound weird, but I do plan on getting the piercing strike perk, which requires an unarmed skill of 70. I also didn't really need any other skill to be tagged, so I figured getting a head start on unarmed was the best option. Lastly, for our traits, I go with heavy-handed and skilled. Don't think I really need to explain that at all, though. Unfortunately, I can't do the Ghost Town Gunfight quest in Good Springs, so I have no real need to be here, so I take my usual path north of the cemetery through the Cazadors so I can mark Red Rock Canyon on the map for when I have to go there later. While on the way to Vegas, let's talk about a few things. There's going to be an influx of videos coming out soon. Not only challenge videos like the one you're watching right now, but also Twitch VODs, single player content as well as multiplayer content. This is because of an opportunity provided me by Razer. A few months ago, I applied to their content creator program, and as of April 27th, I am now part of their family of creators. What does this mean for you guys? Well, it means there will be a lot more videos coming out, but it also means that you can now help support the show. In the description and pinned comment, there will be a link to the Razer store. This is my affiliate link, and if you or anyone you know are looking for any computer accessories or personal accessories, it'd mean the world if you guys use my link to help support the show. I have a Razer keyboard and mouse, and they are the highest quality keyboard and mouse I've ever owned, and I genuinely highly recommend them. I want to thank Razer for this opportunity because it's given me the greatest drive to work harder for you guys. If it wasn't for them, I would probably still be putting off the next video. Now, let's get back to the run before I ramble anymore. Reaching Freeside, my first task is to relieve Sergio of Figaro. The wiki says I can pickpocket it off of him, but unfortunately he either had it equipped or the wiki lied to me, so I had to kill him for it. Thankfully, I was able to get a sneak crit on him, holster my weapon to be forgiven, then do it again for the kill. I'm also kind of surprised this didn't turn the entirety of the kings against me, as Sergio is one of like 3 named king members, but we're fine. So I grab Figaro and get to raising funds to get onto the strip. I find that the easiest way to get money without gambling on Freeside is working for the Garretts. You can get some more money out of them with higher stats, but since we're still only level 1, we can just get some chump change out of them by recruiting Santiago and shaking him and Grex down for caps. This leaves me with around 1,700 caps. We're close, so I just sell a few things to the gunrunners to reach a little over 2,100 caps. Now let's go find Benny. Using the cigarettes found at the cemetery and our barely functional speech skill, we're able to attack Benny and only worry about his goons, which I'm fine with as they all carry straight razors, so I get some resupply and great XP out of it. Leaving the tops, I really don't have a plan, but I do have 2 new adoring fans and not only the NCR Trooper, but Volpes. I don't get to lead them around long, but I gladly take the invites and decide to just start recruiting factions. The first group is the Boomers. While I could just kill Pearl and Loyal and then just leave, I really don't think I can survive the explosive barrages I'll be hit with on my way out. Their questline also isn't very long or hard, so there's no harm in just always completing their quests, right? Heading to raise the bomber after helping around Nellis, and I immediately take back everything I said, even though this was all my fault. Instead of paying attention, I was letting Autowalk do the work while I sat on my phone, which ended up leading me into a few enemies such as golden geckos, cazadors, and deathclaws. I was lucky enough that there were some ledges to jump down and throw the AI off, because I would have certainly been ripped to pieces. When I did finally reach the water, I still couldn't catch a break, as now I had a couple lake lurks that followed me the entire way to the bomber. One of them also tried doing something just a little suggestive. With the bomber finally raised, I can now move on to the next group, the Ammeritas. Before I do anything though, I just wanted to take all their caps. When they told me I was banned, I flew into such a rage I completely forgot to save, so when I died I was taken back to right before I started gambling in the first place. So next time when I was banned, I made sure to save before starting my great slaughter of the Ammeritas. I honestly have never done their quest, and quite frankly, I don't want to do their quest. That's why I hate the White Gloves too. At least with them, the quest can be done almost immediately by just freeing Ted Gunderson. Speaking of the White Gloves, I really only want Mortimer's hat, so I just sneak in and kill him. I never wear it past this, so it's kind of pointless, but it's the principle that matters, right? With the White Gloves also taken care of, that just leaves the Brotherhood of Steel and Great Khans. I decided to do the Brotherhood first. Since I can't bring Veronica along, I have to take care of Dobson. All I have to do is just smash his radio while he's scouting the NCRCF, and I can get complete access to the bunker. This allows me to steal the cards from McNamara, Hardin, and Taggart, and activate the self-destruct sequence. I was originally planning on siding with Yes Man, but figured that since I could just steal the cards, I would side with the NCR. This means that instead of just talking to Popcon, I walk behind him and start slashing. I was probably going to do this as well, even if I did side with Yes Man, since the cons are really easy targets for experience, and I just wanted to hit level 12 to take the Piercing Strike perk. As of right now, I'm level 11, and when I kill the last of the cons, I'm still level 11, but the experience I get from Colonel Moore and for protecting the President is just enough to get me to level 12. This puts us into the endgame, and I think we're ready. I have 30 stim packs and a bunch of chems to take on the Legate. Plus, most Legion members drop healing powder, which should allow us to heal enough passively to win at this level. Let's give it a try. The fight through the underside of the dam wasn't that hard. I kind of just ran through, looting whatever corpses I passed on the way through. The topside was just as easy as I just sprinted the entire way through. That means that we should have an easy time with Legate, right? Well, by the time we get to him, I'm down to just 13 stim packs and a few miscellaneous food items. I heal up when I can and just rush them. Once Super Slam procs, I'm just like a kid in a candy store with the sheer number of drugs I slam down my throat. Medex, Psycho, Turbo, Cat Eye, Mentats, Jet, Rebound, Fixer. Literally every drug I own, I force into my system. Almost immediately after that, the leg gets up and starts slapping me around the camp, and I get humbled quick. I was able to take out some of his backup, but the truth is, once I ran out of stim packs, I got taken out almost immediately. Instead of trying more, I decided to reload before going into the final battle and go do some quests to get the Stonewall perk. This prevents us from being knocked down by the Legate, but I also want to be able to build up some funds to buy some more healing supplies. I didn't need to do much, so after about 20 minutes, we're back. I now have 57 stim packs, 13 super stim packs, a bunch of food, and an extra set of weaker armor to allow our reinforced combat armor to last just a little bit longer against the Legate. If this isn't enough, I don't know what will be. Let's try this again. For this attempt, I also use a different strategy crossing the dam. Instead of sprinting the entire way through, I let the NCR backup I have take out the groups of Legion members and I loot their corpses. This allows me to get a bunch more healing supplies like healing powders, stim packs, and purified water. Going up to Legus camp and I'm much more confident. I do the same thing I did last time and rush him immediately until he gets knocked down before taking all the chems and consuming the majority of my food. This time the Legate didn't even stand a chance. He never even got up after getting knocked down. With that, I can approach the gate to greet General Oliver, ending the run and proving that you can indeed beat Fallout New Vegas with only a stray Razer. This run was really quick to do, as I was able to complete it in about 6 hours. I probably didn't even need to go back and grind it at the end, as I didn't use nearly as many healing supplies since he never got back up, but it was so luck dependent that I think the grind was necessary. I not only want to thank you guys so much for watching, but also for Razer, again, for the opportunity to become part of their creator family. I'm really excited for the future of this channel, thanks to their support, and for your support as you hopefully like and share the video, as well as subscribe to the channel for more challenge videos, speedruns, and many other forms of content yet to come. I don't really want to ramble too long this time, like I normally do. I I just want to, thank Razer again for the opportunity. I mean, genuinely, I was so surprised when I saw the email. Like, I was literally at work. I walked in and I was talking to one of my managers, and then after that, I looked at my phone and I saw an email from Razer. I'm like, what the hell is this about? And it was saying that I was allowed in the program, and I'm like, wow, that's wild, bro. Like, why would you do that? But it genuinely has given me a huge drive to do this. Like, I got a couple challenges in different games done. Like, I got one in Hitman that I didn't have done. I have one in Dishonored I have done. I have this one done. I'm working on another Fallout 3 run, as well as one in Oblivion. But although I'm not going to say what any of those are, just to be let you guys aware that of what's to come, I guess. There's gonna be a new series starting here soon. Probably gonna be uploading some more Phasmophobia that I haven't uploaded that in years. So probably like what 3 years I think since I think it was 22, maybe even 21 since that I was recording that. Pretty sure it was 21 that was the last time I recorded that. Which, man, that feels how long I've been doing this. But yeah, there's a lot that's gonna be coming out. I'm probably gonna be doing a challenge at Castle Crashers. Probably a few other games that I'm just not thinking of right now, or something that'll come to mind at some point. Like, I might do something like Pokemon XD Gale Darkness or something. Do it with just was it Teddy Ursa? I think is like the first thing that you get out of, like, the first thing that you catch is a Teddy Ursa. So who knows? I don't really know what the future holds, but all I know is that it's gonna be bright, super fun. A whole lot of new content coming out. That's all for me though. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's gonna be a lot more coming from different games, different style points, and hopefully something for everybody. Thank you all so much for watching again. I look to see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.